And this becomes the danger. That's why we described that that head has many openings, and shaitan is entering to that residence. If he should take the door of that head and guard his door, he's going to keep it for dajjal. So headstrong people will be following dajjal. Because we said on last week's talk, which nobody put any videos out, nobody put any reels, either they were incapacitated or unconscious or didn't understand last week's talks. It seems like sometimes we talk for our own entertainment and we struggle to want to talk the next week. But it's a job that we have. If you don't make the reels, we won't make the talks. This is the deal. We put out the information and everybody's responsible for propagating the information so that it reaches where it has to reach. But we talked, there's a door, and who's standing at that door will tell you where you will be. You can interpret however you want, imagine whatever you want, but if shaitan is on that door, understand that he will move it for dajjal. And when dajjal begins to make his appearance and make his sounds, he'll reverse and say, please, his boss is now coming. A great deception. His boss will stand at the door and you will hear that sound and swear that this is heavenly. And you'll convince everyone around like a horrible sci-fi movie. There was a sci-fi movie, was it V for Victory, or was it like Alien movie? Where they went into the ship and there was a moment where they showed on the ship meditation and people would go, oh, they would hear sound. They were mesmerized by the sound. At the end of the movie, this alien was eating them. They would hear the sound, enter the ship and find, where are these people going, like a mysterious place? Find out they were being eaten by this shaitan. But that movie was like showing everything of Prophet ﷺ's teaching of Dajjal. Make false clinics, put out false medicines, put out false healings. Then play a sound in which the world will be mesmerized by the sound. They don't understand sound. They think, oh, it's mesmerizing. No, it's a vibration with shaitan. If he locks the ear, he can put that vibration and begin to send the information he wants, because that door controls the soul. If they fight that door and throw the shaitan out and say, no, my shaykhs will hold that door. And that's why the holy companions were holy companions, because they were the people of Samina wa Atana. Why? Because they gave their ear, we explained last week, to Prophet ﷺ. They were the ulul am, and that's atiya ulul am. For ata Allah and obedience to Allah is only Muhammadan Rasulullah ﷺ. And that's why Allah clarifies for the nation, don't ask Prophet ﷺ to listen to you. His ears are only for Allah. Means nobody stands at the door of Prophet's ears except for Izzatullah. And nobody stands at the door of the holy companions' ears except Prophet ﷺ. And there is no messenger and there is no prophet that stands at any door where Allah's there. All of them, they stand at a door in which Muhammadan Rasulullah speaks to them. So obedience to Allah, to hold the power of Allah, nothing can carry that except Muhammadan Rasulullah. And every other prophet, every other angel, every other messenger, every companion, every awliya, everyone else is considered ulul amr. And they pray that Prophet is at their door to hear the command, and their shaykh at their door to hear their command. So everything is based on this subject. It's not something small. It's one, to reach realities, and those whom are not interested in reaching realities, no problem, but it's also a test, a litmus test of what's going to be happening with Dajjal. That Muslim, not Muslim, well, none of these matter. These titles are absolutely ridiculous. If you send any of our teaching to what you perceive to be a Muslim, you get a very bad character response back. Somebody will send a video and send to a supposedly Muslim person, which is now just like a title, like a shirt. It doesn't mean somebody who submits their will to the will of Allah. That's a very high rank, nobody's doing that. So we just call them muzzies. You send a video to one of these muzzies and they come back with ridiculous statements. Like, who said? What is this? What is that? Like very bad character. What part of you is submitting to the will of Allah? Then you don't even have any manners. None. So we're in Dajjal times. These are just pointless titles and names that have no reality. And our course and our way is based on achieving these realities and taslim and submission.